and welcome to my channel. For those of you new, my name is Dave and I work in financial services, and these videos are a mixture and journey towards my goal of financial freedom. They will cover financial products and financial well-being so you, like me, can reach your goals sometime in the future. Now let's get into the latest video. And this latest video is quite simple. It's about the key points you may need to consider so you, like me, can reach your goals and aims sometime in the future. Are you happy plodding along in employment with no vision? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Are you stuck, shall we say, on the corporate hamster wheel, or are you taking action to improve your financial scenario? Now, as part of a recent restructuring within a previous employer, I decided to take action, get my affairs in order so no employee would ever treat me again in that position. But it was down to me to secure my own financial future. Now, I did own some assets, I did own some property, but it was a bit of a mixed bag. But within 5 years, I became a millionaire, so I had net assets over £1 million. This goes to prove, if I can do it as a normal basic rate taxpayer in the UK, anyone can do it. So what are the 5 steps we need to take to put it some kind of action plan? Well, we need to create goals, both short and long term. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? Are you on the road moving forwards? Think of now as your starting point. Where will you end up? Okay, simple analogy is buying a plane ticket. You simply turn up at the airport, but you set out a plan of where you are going. Now there'll be ups and downs, there'll be bumps along the road, but as you progress along your journey, it will be rewarding and your targets will be met over time. Break it into bite-sized chunks, small, short-term goals such as the next 3, 6, 12 months. Also consider what your medium-term goals are, say the next 3 to 5 years. And ultimately, what are your long-term plans? Now, it may well be to be mortgage-free. It may well be short-term to be debt-free. It may not be financially dependent within the next 5 to 10 years. Okay? Or it may well be to retire early. Now, I personally set goals over the Christmas period when it's quiet from work for my values for the next year afterwards. But I break it into bite-sized chunks. Okay? What income do I want to earn? What sort of assets do I want? Okay? What about my net worth value? So break your goals down into bite-sized chunks. What are you looking to achieve? Number 2 is to track your progress. Now, I personally record my net worth at the end of each month across numerous investment platforms and accounts that I hold. Now, some months we will show a profit, we will show a loss based upon how the markets perform. Some things are out of your control, but it shows that I'm moving in the right direction by automating my savings at the start of each month and a payday, whereby I make regular contributions and I then top up my existing holdings through what we call pound cost averaging. Now, don't look at the markets every day or become emotionally attached to specific investments or shares or funds you may hold. It will only give you undue stress or worry. Think of your plan long term. Now, it should be safe. It should be considered boring, but you will get there in the end. And maybe one thing you do, maybe you start a journal where you record the small or daily or weekly steps you need to take and the action points you need to take, shall we say, which will get you on your journey towards reaching your next goal or your next specific target. So record your progress on a regular basis. Step number 3 is be proactive and take action. Now, it's okay to watch YouTube videos. It's okay to read financial newsletters or podcasts to improve your financial literacy, but don't let it become over-consuming with your time. Limit to a specific amount of each day. So let's just say a podcast first thing in the morning or last thing at night before going to bed. You need to then take action on the information that you are consuming. Otherwise, it's a pointless exercise and it's a waste of your time. Avoid what we call lifestyle creep. Okay? Do you watch videos about other people on YouTube boasting or bragging about their homes, their cars, the lifestyle they have, etc.? Okay? A lot of people are considered fake and they may well give a misleading impression. So avoid keeping up with the Joneses. Okay? Make a plan that is relevant to you and your immediate family. Visualize your future. What do you want for your family, let's just say, in the next 12 months, the next 3 years, the next 5 years? What type of holidays do you want? Okay. What sort of car do you want to drive? What type of employment will you be doing? Remember, you will be in the same position in 5 years if you don't take action as of now, your current scenario. So what are you going to do to improve your situation? Okay, act upon your plans. Okay, will it be firstly to automate your savings? Will it be to invest? Will it be to grow your investments? Will it be to study for a particular qualification so you can get a better paid job? Or will it be to create some kind of side hustle? So although you are, shall we say, consuming information, you have to act, you have to be proactive, you have to take action with regard to what you are watching. Number 4, quite simply, is create a positive mental attitude. Okay? Stay away from the naysayers, the doubters, avoid negativity, whether it be in the workplace or the daily news. Switch on the TV, what's the news? What is it? It's full of bad news. As they say, bad news sells. It doesn't mean you have to listen to it, it doesn't mean you have to consume it. What you consume by social media will determine how you operate or act on a daily basis. As they say, garbage in ultimately becomes garbage out. What can we do then? We can surround ourselves with positive people. Get yourself a mentor. Learn from successful people who've made the mistakes in the past. Okay, and you can learn from them. You can eradicate the mistakes. Okay, think about the laws of attraction. Good things happen to people who are good, shall we say, or who make good plans, or who are considered successful. The opportunities will open up to you, thereby creating your own luck. Learn to put yourself in that position. And as sports people say, the more practice I make, the better I become. Do the same with your finances. Okay, learn to improve your knowledge. Get yourself a mentor. Learn, shall we say, simple habits and replicate them. Okay, it will be very rewarding in the long term. Finally, we need to visualize your future or your end game. What is your reason why? Get out your comfort zone. You will never become rich or wealthy working a 9 to 5 unless you're highly qualified or you're very high up in the corporate world. To become rich, you need to take some risks, but you'll be rewarded for making those decisions. Okay, you will make mistakes when you start out, but it's how you react, how you learn from mistakes will become a better person. Okay. Now, don't take daft or drastic actions will have a detrimental effect on your health, your family, your mental health. But the saying states, the greater the risk, hopefully the potential for the greater the reward. But what sacrifices are you going to willing to take, both in the short term, the medium and the long term, to reach your goals? Now, it may well be you have to give up your spare time in the evenings or weekends, but use that time effectively to improve your current situation. Okay? Do you spend all the evenings watching television, PlayStation, playing games, socialising? It may only be short-term actions or short-term times you give up, but it will pay off handsomely in the later years. Okay? Make some ground rules. But think long term. We are being so-called bombarded by the media about entering a so-called recession. And we've recently encountered a period of rampant inflation both in the UK and Americas, where in the UK we've had 12 consecutive interest rate rises to try and combat inflation. I personally see it as a great opportunity to rebalance my investment moving forwards and to act on, shall we say, poor market sentiment. But what are your future plans? What is your end game? Now, it may well be you want to become a millionaire. It may well be you want to retire early. It may well be you want to create some kind of financial legacy for your family, such as creating generational wealth. Everybody is talking about the so-called Great Reset. By taking actions and decisions and investing in yourself now, it will pay off handsomely and rewardingly in, so we say, 5 to 10 years. But what decisions are you going to make? But ultimately, it may well be the best decision you ever make. Remember, if you like the videos, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you again in the next video.